Praise the Lord. Today I'll be talking about money. Money is a good servant, but a terrible master. I repeat, money is a good servant, but a terrible master. We have always oscillated between the two poles. That is, on the one hand, we think that money or riches is something totally evil. So a major section of people think that being rich is something evil. And on the other hand, we stand on the view that prosperity is the blessing of God. Being prosperous is the will of God. So we consider being rich is the best and God's way of blessing. But what does the Bible teach about riches? What does the Bible teach about money? How much rich can a Christian be? A major section of Jesus' teaching was focused on money. Jesus clearly taught about money, and the one major emphasis of Jesus was that do not love money. Jesus clearly said you cannot love mammon and God at the same time. You will either love the one and you will hate the other. You cannot love both the things at the same time. So let's clarify, let's clear. Jesus was totally against the love of money. Paul, again in 1 Timothy chapter 6 verse 6 to 10, again he says, do not love money. He clearly says, the person who desires to be rich, he ends up in lot of sin. So clearly, he talks about the love of money. Greed is the root of all evil. That's what Paul says. But then again, Paul says to Timothy, encourage the rich people to depend upon God rather than upon the riches. And ask the rich people to be rich in good works. So what Paul says to Timothy is that encourage the rich people to share their riches and be willing to invest their life in good works. So Bible is not against money. Bible is not against being rich. What Bible is totally against, what Jesus is totally against, is the love of money. Love of money is the root of all evil. And the love of money is a matter of attitude. So we cannot judge a person who is rich and who has a lot of money that he is not in the will of God, or he is not walking according to the will of God. Because rich is always a comparative category. A person is poor who has maybe 1,000 or 2,000 rupees salary. For him, a person who has 10,000 rupees salary will be rich. So rich is always a comparative category. So what is Jesus teaching about? Do not love money. It is a matter of attitude. Our treasure, is money the greatest treasure? Is being rich the greatest priority of our life? Do we trust upon money? And that is in the inner attitude. So I just want to give you a few checkpoints for us to check whether we have the love of money. The first, do I trust money more than God? Paul says it in 1 Timothy chapter 6. Do I trust money more than God? It's the first checkpoint. Second thing that we need to analyze our own self is, am I proud? Am I haughty because I am rich? Do I look down upon a poor person? If you have that attitude, if you have that attitude in your heart, then clearly you are in a danger position. Third, Do I have a desire to be rich and more rich? That's a clear danger point. Something you have to check in your own self. Well, you may have many points to say that, well, I have to take care of my generations. I have to keep treasures for my generation. Well, Bible clearly says, if you desire to be rich, if you desire to accumulate wealth for your future generations, that's not a good signal, because God asks you to trust upon God for your future. Bible clearly says, you do not know about your tomorrow. Better trust God. Third, are you greedy? To put it more simple, do you compare yourself with the more rich? Do you see yourself and compare with the rich and the well-to-do, and do you desire to have a lifestyle as they have? Do you want to be as comfortable as the other rich people? That is greed. Fifthly, do you pay your taxes? Do you practice righteous living in terms of money? If you do not practice righteous living in all financial matters, then you are clearly in the love of money. You are clearly in the trap of the love of money. You need to check yourself. So Bible is very clear. Do not love money. Money is a good servant, but a terrible master. Let us use money as a servant, because we need money for God's kingdom. We need money to extend God's kingdom. Let us use money for the glory of God. But let not money be your master, because if money is your master, then God cannot be your master. God bless you.